All right, here we go, folks. We got ourselves a fresh new series coming at you. Spawning down to the bottom right for Storm Gaming, it is MaxPax in the red. And his opponent spawning up at the top left for Mouse Sports, it is HeroMarine in the blue. MaxPax, of course, an absolute legend in the making. HeroMarine as well. Both players fantastic. And this is played on the new patch. This is the patch where Widow Mines have been nerfed. Armory. So there are many changes. There are 4 nerfs to the Widow Mine. All 4 of them did, in fact, go through. One of them is a redesign, which allows for much more micro, but it's still a nerf because part of what made the mine difficult to deal with, one of many things, it's always been a very powerful unit, but one of the things that made it difficult to deal with, especially, was that it was not easy to see what the mine was targeting. So that has been changed. There's now a much more clear line on the mine's targeting path. That's a big deal. The area of effect damage that the splash does has been reduced. The Armory no longer provides permanent cloaking. You now need drilling claws in order for mines to cloak after they've fired until they rearm. They're, of course, cloaked before they've shot, so you need detection to clear them up without them shooting, even if there is no armory. And then what is the 4th nerf? The 4th nerf is actually very interesting. It's a design nerf. Additionally, it gives you a notification that the unit is burrowing if it burrows in sight. So if you don't hear, or if you don't know that a Widow Mine is burrowed in your mineral line, it'll tell you. It'll give you a little alert. But the biggest one for PvT, I would say, is the armory change. Because now Stargate openers are going to be a fair bit stronger. Also, Cyclones now have a lock-on cooldown once again. The previous iteration of the Cyclone did not have a cooldown for the lock-on, which I thought was a little bit absurd, personally. So I'm very glad to see that that is being changed, because I think there should be a benefit to, microing against a unit like the Cyclone. We're going to see the Reaper of HeroMarine trying to get into the main base. Will be pushed to... Oh, he's going in for it. Okay, he does scout the Twilight Council.
Our SCVs
not able to get a kill on the probe just yet. Meanwhile, other side of the map, HeroMarine saves his SCV. Both players keeping their workers alive for the moment, but good ring around the rosy from HeroMarine here. MaxPax having a difficult time dealing with this Reaper. Oh, HeroMarine being a huge nuisance with it. MaxPax actually, I would say, misplacing the gateway. That's not tight against the wall. That's going to provide a spot to sneak through. Adept on the other side of the map did not get any SCV kills, it looks like. So very strong start for HeroMarine. It is going to be 2-gate Robo Blink. We'll see if he adds a 3rd or even a 3rd and a 4th gateway. But with a probe on location at the 3rd, it looks like it's just going to be 2-gate Robo... Yeah, 2-gate Robo Expand. 2-gate Robo Blink, I should say. This is something that can struggle a little bit against early pushes. HeroMarine going for a single mine drop and already starting up siege tank production. Of course, MaxPax is very well known for going for aggressive blink play, which is to say 4-gate blink. But even his 3-gate blink has a lot of teeth and can just straight up kill you if you're not prepared for it. Medevac on the top side. Well, it's not going to be able to get past this also tuned up pylon, which has 1 range added to its vision. Not a huge difference, but a nice one. HeroMarine just sitting these units out of range. Adept. Looks like it was able to get 1 SCV before it went down. HeroMarine just parking the medevac for now. Parking the bus, so to speak. Nope. Now shows it. Good quick reaction time from MaxPax, and oh, that's nice on Burrow from HeroMarine. Oh, retarget on the mine. MaxPax says, okay. Blinks forward, snaps its neck. Liberator in the main base. That is going to get spotted here. Yeah, Observer saw that. Good job from Maximus Paximus. HeroMarine, though, is going to move this away. Both players focusing on the front push. That shift-clicked Liberator will be difficult to deal with. Quick pull from MaxPax, though. There's an Immortal out here for the Danish Crown Prince, but I think this base, I don't know. I think it's just dead. Yeah, HeroMarine's going to be able to kill that off. Effective push. Liberator was cleaned up, and the probes will survive, but HeroMarine, during all this, he's got a third command center already about a third of the way done. And if he just gets away with these units, that's fantastic. Oh my god, he finishes the bunker so he can salvage it. That's very funny. Very aggressive blink, but HeroMarine, few too many units for Stalkers on their own to deal with this. Oh, we're going to see an aggressive blink forward in on top of the siege tanks. We'll be able to clean those up. But this is going to be costly. Oh, can that Immortal... Well, it'll survive, but HeroMarine takes a decent little toll on his opponent's army. He does lose some important units in the 2 siege tanks in the medevac, but he got away with the majority of the Marines, and he's got more tanks behind that. And the Stim Combat Shields +1 timing from HeroMarine, that is going to be crisp behind this. And the third command center's already landed. He's even on workers. Oh, we do see a siege tank. That does get sniped down by MaxPax. MaxPax has some amazing vision with this Observer. Well, actually change that to had, because that just gets sniped down. Good job from HeroMarine. Now, MaxPax will have his third base rebuilt and fully saturated by the time that HeroMarine basically starts mining from his. So it's not over yet, but the supplies, well, they are a problem for MaxPax. He is quite far behind in this game. And he does not have good tech. The only thing he's really got going for him is +1 weapons and charge. Only just now about to get up to 4 gateways as well. MaxPax needs to catch HeroMarine unprepared for a fight. Zealots will run by this army, and he sees where it is. That's something, but HeroMarine's got a lot of stuff here. Oh, nice force fields. We'll keep the siege tanks away from the fight, but HeroMarine, more reinforcements coming forward, and importantly, 2 additional medevacs for more healing. Oh, I like that. He puts the tanks inside. Gonna try and rotate the army. MaxPax, though, man, great vision from MaxPax. Like, he's really shadowing his opponent's army well. The problem is he needs a decisive fight to bring himself back in this game. And HeroMarine is not really offering it to him. Great scan on the Observer. Zealots will get spotted here. MaxPax, oh, he needs a better angle if he wants to try and take a fight like that. Good flank with the Zealots, and he will get in on top of the siege tanks. But there's just so much bio. War Prism going to come in from the back. Can MaxPax actually still clean this up? Yes, he can. He had just enough. But look at the supplies. There's so much more Terran behind this. I'm impressed that MaxPax even cleaned that position up. Like, that was very well done, but it came at a heavy cost. A lot of Zealots going down. Yes, he killed siege tanks, and he did kill a fair number of Marauders, but against a relatively heavy Zealot composition and Immortals to boot, this is actually really good for HeroMarine that he has mostly Marines. We're going to see a Zealot drop coming into the main base. That could slow HeroMarine's momentum down. But as I say that, we are going to see... Well, we are going to see a fair number of reinforcements dealing with this. Robotics Bay will complete. If MaxPax had Colossus right now, maybe he could find an engagement that actually would allow him to really close that gap in supply. But the first Colossus is, well, it only just got started as I started that sentence. Nice force fields for MaxPax, but HeroMarine just going to kind of stand his ground. Picks off a couple of probes that are rallying back over. Oh, and a huge Doom drop. This could be a nail in the coffin type of play. Vikings going to be able to clean up the War Prism. And on the other side of the map, we've got HeroMarine stimming forward. Doesn't want to fight through battery overcharge, and quite wise to not do so. But once again, Oh, did MaxPax spot it? No, did he? No, he didn't, and he blinks to the low ground just as the medevacs come in. Meanwhile, medevacs dropping into the natural as well. This is almost certainly going to be the final nail in the coffin. MaxPax, well, he does find one full medevac. A little bit of a missed micro from HeroMarine with one of the medevacs, but not enough to cost him the full medevac. It's so strange because if I didn't see the supplies this whole time, I would actually think that this was kind of a close-ish game. But more so than anything, it's just sustaining the economy. MaxPax is on 40 probes. I'm really impressed that he stayed alive in this game. Like, I cannot overstate how impressive this is. But HeroMarine's on 75 SCVs. He's got his fourth base done. Already morphed into a planetary. So I was just going to say, he's got to have more SCVs than that. Yeah, and he sends a bunch over. Also just finished up his 2-1 upgrades. Finished up his +1 ship weapons. Only thing he really needs to do is to head in towards either... Well, actually, he's already got 8 Vikings. We're going to see an attack coming on in. Battery overcharge, trying to keep the Colossus alive. Doing a good job, actually. But HeroMarine... Man, somehow MaxPax is continuing to take engagements that are just keeping him alive. Like, over and over again, and I am flabbergasted that he's been able to do this so long. But as the drop comes into the natural... and he loses a fair amount of stuff at the front, he will finally have no choice but to tap out. HeroMarine takes game 1. All right, here we go for game number 2 on one of the new maps. For Storm Gaming, it is MaxPax in the red. And his opponent with some great constant aggression. Good defense against counterattacks and just never really lost sight of it after that first push. It is Mousesport's HeroMarine in the blue. And yeah, Crimson Court. A map with a couple of unique features. Double rocks. Cutting off a bunch of ramps into the middle. As well as mineral patches. These are high yield mineral patches, so there's 7 a pop. But they are only 1 trip. But there's still 3 of them to open up back paths. You got a bunch of this. It's a very interesting map, but it is very... it's almost a pseudo-island map until you mine out those minerals, which is something we don't really have in StarCraft 2. There's like, none of these. But yeah, that was a cool game number 1, because we had the initial push from HeroMarine. Got the kill... Got the kill on the 3rd. And then he kept a lot of the units alive. Was able to retreat out in an effective manner. MaxPax. This is kind of strange. He actually didn't go far enough in to see the double gas. But maybe he just sees that there was no unit at the natural and was like, okay, that's enough. Oh, another thing about this this map, of course, beyond the fact that there's crazy good siege tank positions, high yield gases in the, well, on each side, I guess, but like in like a very siegeable position. Also very strong position for siege tanks. Oh. Reaper waiting until the Adept was about to shade. Nicely done on the timing there. Oh. But we could see a kill. Yes, we will. That's trapped. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Good job right there from MaxPax. HeroMarine's like, I'll wait this out. And MaxPax is like, okay. Oh, and that was just shy of the scout on the Twilight. Now, MaxPax might not know that it was just shy. You're never sure when the unit gets close. So he won't be able to rely on the surprise factor. I think this Adept will survive to shade. Yeah, it does. And he's actually going to get a kill on an SCV. Huh. Well, that's really nice. Oh, lock-on. Okay, didn't matter. Lock-on got broken. Did not matter at all. Now, this is a pretty decent 4-gate Blink Stalker map. Because it is a big main base with a lot of entry points. And you can even theoretically blink Stalkers across this chasm and harass the mineral line. So you could put just a little hit squad of 4 Stalkers, blink it over, snipe, 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 blink back out. We're going to see a double mine drop on the right side. MaxPax is going for the 3-gate blink, so it's not going to be that 2-gate blink that, well, it did leave him a little bit exposed to that one attack. I think that's, yeah, this is a dead Adept, okay. Double mine drop on the natural expansion. Oh, blink is about to complete. It's not done yet. Oh, but he will get away with one of the Stalkers. Good job from HeroMarine. Meanwhile, Cyclone denying the probe that wanted to take the 3rd Nexus location. Nice job from HeroMarine. Very nicely done. We do have a Warp Prism being prioritized here from MaxPax. He blinks forward. He wants the kill on these units, and he's going to be able to find at least the Cyclone. Even though its lock-on was nerfed, it does have more HP than before, but obviously not enough to survive in that instance. Oh, perfectly done for MaxPax right there. He stayed just as long as he could before that Siege Tank's shot came back off cooldown. And he manages to avoid taking more than just a tiny fraction of damage on one of those Stalkers. He's a little bit supply blocked, but I think it's a like a non-block block. Might have actually blocked his worker production for a little bit. Oh, there's that Stalker move that I was talking about. Meanwhile, into the main base. War Prism gets 4 SCVs. And he gets another 2 with the natural. That's exactly what I thought would happen. Well, since he's already blinked, and blink is back off cooldown, he can just move back in. Finds another 2 SCVs. Does cost him a Stalker, but 8 SCVs is a lot of workers. And is that the first? Yeah, that's the first Stalker to die. Man, MaxPax is good with those Blink Stalkers. Oh, he's going to snipe down the Raven. Yes, he does. And he saves the Observer. Well, there's the scan. He gets the kill. But it was not free. It was not free at all. Now, it also wasn't free to save it. But he's only lost 2 Stalkers. That's crazy. MaxPax's Stalker retention is nuts. And this could not be more different of a game than game number 1. HeroMarine, oh, that's a lot of siege tanks right there. He is going up into a 4th and 5th barracks, so this is not just going to be a 3-1-1 with a pressure into a 3rd base. This is going to be a much more dedicated 5 racks. Now, HeroMarine can still macro out of this, but he also can just continuously pump units on 2 bases and just go. Just go, and either he wins the game or he loses the game, but he decides the game. Behind this, we do have a robotics bay coming on in for MaxPax, but of course he's prioritized the 8-gate charge setup. There is a Widow Mine in the main base, but it will not be super super well set up. Man, this observer just sees everything, and he does not have scan energy. So even if he does see it, which is likely, will not be an easy setup. Oh, where'd the Widowmine go? Oh, he brought it with the army. Oh, is that an F2? No, MaxPax, not like this. Stalker's getting caught a little bit. SCVs are going to pull into this. Oh, that's a few too many units for MaxPax to fight right here. But if he gets the SCVs for free, that's not so bad for him. Does manage to drop force fields just before that sentry went down. Oh, last force field really doesn't achieve very much. Battery overcharge will get popped, but the Zell is getting cooked. And even though MaxPax kills all of the, or not all of the, but a lot of SCVs of his opponent, he is losing a lot during all this. Zell's going to warp in on the other side of the map. Okay, well, he's got to give up the third base anyways. Probes will pull through. And the Colossus is out. That will kind of allow this to slow the attack down. Oh, but if he loses the Colossus, it's a disaster. It does go down. Another one is on the way. Where the Zell's still coming back home. Okay. And that it will allow MaxPax to blink forward on top of this. He takes down the tanks, and GG is going to get called. I thought those Zealots were going to commit on the other side, but it's such a short map. They got home in no time. We're going to game 3. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Spawning down in the bottom left for Mouse Sports, it is HeroMarine in the blue. And his opponent spawning up the top left for Storm Gaming, it is MaxPax in the red. And this one's taking place on another new map, Amphion. And this is a map with a few interesting features. It's got a Reaper-only path kind of through this little spot where you've got a Reaper jump point. Then a fair number of Reaper jump... yeah, one right... Yeah, surely this is a... Yeah. Pretty sure there's a Reaper jump point for sure. Pretty sure for sure. And then right here. So it does provide some opportunities. Of course, you've got these minerals that you can mine out and potentially do a push through the left side. And just in general, it's got good siege tank positions. Liberator position here. Actually, no, I guess it can't really threaten the gases. But yeah, just in general, this is a map with a few neat features. Oh, we are going to see HeroMarine pulling double SCV, and MaxPax will say, okay, cool. You're going to try and take the command center location. I'm going to try and block it. And wow, that is like the shortest command center block I think I've ever seen MaxPax get. That was like 1 second. It was ready at 140. It started at 141, maybe even 139. So maybe it was 2 seconds, but that was not the kind of delay that MaxPax was looking for. He wanted to draw that out a little bit longer for sure. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. You can block this. Cool. Now, that does expose it to like a marine drop or something of the sort. Oh, but we're not going to see that. We're going to see a very fast third command center from HeroMarine. And like the previous map, having a pretty good Blink Stalker setup, this one does not have such a great Blink Stalker setup. There's really only one viable jump-in point. Technically, you could jump into here. But if you've gotten that much area... Well, actually, you know what? The Natural has a lot of open area. So maybe there's something to be done there. Interesting. It is going to be most likely a 3 racks behind this from HeroMarine. And it's going to be a very late Reaper for some delayed scouting. Yeah, there's the third barracks. HeroMarine loves these kind of builds. If you can get away with them, they are nasty. And of course, MaxPax does not see yet what's going on. The only thing he does see is that, well, his opponent has not yet transferred a factory on, and he hasn't seen a factory for that matter. Wonder if... No, there wouldn't even be extra SCVs yet. Ooh, MaxPax is going to go for the 4-gate blink. All right. Because there will be only 3 barracks, and because there's so much surface area, This may be a really strong punish against this fast third ZC. MaxPax with some nice adept maneuvering manages to kill an SCV and get a fair bit more damage on some of these Marines. 3 of them just 1 HP at the moment. Yeah, this feels very scary right now for HeroMarine. Oh, he's going to try and get the information. What has he seen? I think seeing 2 additional gateways at this timing is actually enough info. Would you see a bunker start up? But the thing... Actually, yeah. This is so weird to say that the size of the natural might make a 4-gate Adept viable on this map. And not just viable, but extremely strong. And yeah, we are going to see him blinking across the back. Cute little shift blink. MaxPax is going to warp in 4 Stalkers in a moment. Getting ready with the pylon for the next round, but he's got the free supply to warp in 4 already. Oh, these units are going to see this, but it's too late. The Stalkers are already across, and he's got double blink micro. We are going to see an SCV pull, but he actually didn't have the SCVs attacking right away. MaxPax will be able to utilize the double blink very effectively. 10 workers go down, but that actually doesn't even equalize the economies just yet. There's the stim. MaxPax will snipe down most of the Marauders, and HeroMarine, he just says, I don't have enough left. He's just going to tap out right away. MaxPax takes the game and the series. Yeah, too much space. Too much space on that natural expansion. Looks like 4-gate blink is just a little bit too much to handle there. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos. Tell me why you love MaxPax. Tell me why you love HeroMarine. We'll catch you on the flip side.